flip the switch. Okay, well, I'm going to try to be there. My daughter's undergoing surgery tomorrow, so I don't know.
Yeah, right. You got a better chance to see a guy.
Please rise for the pledge and remain standing for the invocation. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, bestow upon us your love, bestow upon us your hope, bestow upon us your friendship, bestow upon us your enlightenment so we may make good decisions. Amen.
Amen.
Clerk, call the roll.
Mayor Stafford.
Here.
Alderman Lincoln. Here. Alderman Sahoski. Here. Alderman Weston.
Here.
Alderman Sherman. Here. Alderman Thompson. Here. Alderman Woodward. Here. All present, Your Honor.
Are there any changes to the agenda? Yes. We need to add an executive session item for pending litigation. Item number 1.
Whereas the city clerk was authorized and directed to advertise for a public hearing to be held at this meeting of December 1st relative to a proposed local law to amend Section C 152J relative to the rental permits law. Mayor Stafford will declare the hearing open.
Do you want to explain this?
Basically, there's two divergent provisions in the rental permits law as it presently exists. As far as what we are saying when we give you a rental permit, one says that you're in compliance with property conservation code, and another section says that you are in compliance with many other things, and it's kind of vague as to what that means. And we've run into a problem, particularly in a recent lawsuit where the rental permits were issued for a building and subsequently zoning violations were filed against the same building. And we were in court, and part of the problem, as far as the judge saw, was that a person that shouldn't happen to somebody. If you're given a permit by a city to operate rental units, you shouldn't then later be told you're not in compliance with zoning. And the legislative committee agrees with that. It feels that we should make this more specific so that when you are given a rental permit, you are also being assured that you're in compliance with the zoning law. So you don't have to go to the code enforcement office to get a rental permit and then go back later and see somebody else down there for zoning issues. You should be able to do one-stop shopping down there. It should be more user-friendly. So that's why these changes are proposed. What they would do is make that, again, make the change that when you get a rental permit, it's assuring you that you're in compliance with zoning. It had originally been stated to say that you were also in compliance with laws of the county and the state. We amended that to take those out because certainly that would be a very difficult thing for the code enforcement office to always be certified to. The other option, frankly, and this is one that I think I should point out that the code enforcement office would have rather seen, was to have essentially a rental permit state right on it that this does not mean you are in compliance with zoning. And again, the legislative committee felt that that was not user-friendly and that you should be able to go down to that office and get everything taken care of in one shot. Pretty much it.
Sounds about right.
Anyone in the audience care to speak on this? Anyone else on the council? Nope. Hearing none, I declare the public hearing closed. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
On the motion, all in favor?
Aye. Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Whereas the city clerk was authorized and directed to advertise for a public hearing to be held at this meeting of December 1 relative to a proposed local law to amend Section C 113A and C 114A of the city charter relative to the Fire and Police Commission. Mayor Stafford would declare the hearing open.
Do you also want to speak on this one?
There's no one here from the
No one here from the Fire and Police Commission.
Basically what this is, I talked to Jerry Marbito today. he couldn't be here, but basically that's all they're trying to do is they want to change their meetings to, instead of monthly, to quarterly. They feel that would fulfill its obligations and duty as the appointing authority. And also, they would like to delete the second paragraph of section 114A of the city charter, which would say the board shall make recommendations to the mayor and council concerning the purchase and/or disposition of capital equipment, real property for the use and benefit of the police department and fire department, although said commission shall have no authority to bind the mayor and council with respect to said purchases or dispositions. They feel that absence its role as appointing authority and absence the establishment of policies, guidelines, and goals, the board has really no enforceable or leverageable power and duties. Therefore, they would like to delete that section.
Excuse me, they are the appointing authority, though?
They will continue to be the appointing
Right,
authority.
okay.
Right.
This is just to change their meetings from monthly,
To quarter.
regular,
Okay.
monthly to
Okay.
quarterly,
Right.
and to change, to do away with the sentence that, about the recommendations.
Right.
Is there anyone in the audience who care to speak on this issue? Anyone on the council?
They would still have to, would you need something in the change to say that you can have a special meeting, or would that just be taken for granted?
They would just have special meetings as needed. You wouldn't need
Yeah,
anything.
they could still call special meetings as any
Okay, okay, I didn't know if it had to be written in there.
No, this would just take care of
Okay.
the regular
Okay.
meetings. Are there any other questions? I declare the public hearing closed. Do I hear a motion?
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Resolved that the city clerk is hereby authorized and directed to advertise for a public hearing to be held on December 22nd at 7 p.m. in the council chambers to consider a proposed 1999 budget of the city of Fulton, New York, and that said advertisement should advise senior citizens, handicapped citizens, and their respective organizations that they have an opportunity to be heard. Be it further resolved that said proposed budget, 1999 budget, shall be complete and available for public inspection at the office of the city clerk during the week prior to said public hearing.
We had one budget workshop with the council tonight. We are going to have another workshop on the budget next Monday at 6 o'clock. Hopefully, upon completion of that workshop, we will have the proposed budget finalized and be able to have the public hearing on the 22nd of December. Do I hear a motion?
Can I ask a stupid question?
Yes.
It says advertisement should advise senior citizens, handicapped citizens, and their organization that they have an opportunity to be heard. Does that mean if I'm not a senior citizen or handicapped, I don't have an opportunity to be heard? That's kind of how I read it.
Yeah, should it be anything in there?
And all other citizens.
And all others?
By saying advertise for public hearing, you mean you're already going to be doing the normal notice, which tells everybody that they have to be heard. I think this is an extra.
It doesn't say anything else.
Joe, that type of wording, is that standard?
Since I've been here. I mean, it basically...
We notify those people separately other than announcing for a public hearing?
No, it would be in the
This says
paper.
the advertisement should advise senior citizens, handicapped citizens, and their respective organizations that they have an opportunity to be heard. I mean, is that what the ad is going to say in the paper?
Well, let's see if we can modify that and say, that said advertisement should advise
All citizens.
all citizens
of the city of Fulton.
including.
We're not sure why we have to put those specifications in there. I mean, we wouldn't necessarily not
Why don't you just stop
have
it
those
after it
people
says
be
Fulton, New
here.
York? You just consider the proposed 1999 budget of the city of Fulton, New York, period.
I think that goes back to when we have to advertise
Okay, yeah.
It's been there since I've been here in 1985. I don't know why it was there prior.
So we know, Jim, we no longer have to do that then?
Well, if we
Well,
do
why
it,
don't we read, well,
if we put it in here, just add, advise all citizens, including senior citizens, and leave that in there. It's not going to hurt as long as it's
Right.
covering all citizens. And then if it is necessary for any federal funding or anything like that, we've got it.
then we've got it in there,
Well, you
okay.
ask a stupid question, and
No, it wasn't. It just, but I can understand why it was put in there due to the federal funding. So we'll modify this to say advise all citizens, including senior citizens, handicapped citizens, and their organizations. Okay. Do I hear a motion?
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Resolved that the city clerk's report in receipts and disbursements for October 1998 in the amount of $11,109.74 is hereby received, approved, and placed on file.
Do I hear a motion?
Move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Resolved the following claims are referred to our city attorney. Letter of claim submitted by Earl White. Letter of claim submitted by Sandra St. Phillips. Letter of claim submitted by Syracuse Stars. Letter of claim submitted by Cheryl Eichman. Letter of claim submitted by Martha Geyer. Letter of claim submitted by Shelley and Richard Felt. Third-party summons and complaint, which was served upon the fire department regarding a motor vehicle accident.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll move it.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Okay. Resolved that Chapter 165, the Vehicle and Traffic Ordinance of the City of Fulton, New York, be amended to read as follows. Section 165-58, Schedule 14, parking prohibited at all times. Delete. Name of street, West 4th Street, on the west side from Phillips Street south to Kellogg Street.
Do I hear a motion?
I'll move it.
Second?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Resolved that Chapter 165, the Vehicle and Traffic Ordinance of the City of Fulton, New York, be amended to read as follows.
See, they never used
Section 165-58, Schedule 14, parking prohibited at all times. Add, name of street, West 1st Street South, west side from a point directly across from the north curb line of Austin Ave, south for 22 feet.
I'll move that.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Resolved that South 1st Street from Oneida Street south to the entrance of Municipal Parking Lot Number 1 and Cuga Street from South 1st Street to South 2nd Street are reopened to vehicular traffic.
I'll move that.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Resolved that Chapter 165 of the Vehicle and Traffic Ordinance of the City of Fulton, New York be amended to read as follows. Add Section 165-52, Schedule 8, stop intersections. Stop sign on Cuga Street west at the intersection of South 1st Street. Stop sign on Canal Street west, the intersection of South 1st. Stop sign on City Lot Number 5, south exit, east to South 1st Street. Stop sign on South 1st Street, direction of travel, both directions, at the intersection of Canal Street. Stop sign on South 1st Street, direction both at the intersection of Cuga Street. 165-48, Schedule 4, one-way streets. Name of street, Cuga Street, direction west from South 2nd Street to South 1st Street. City Parking Lot Number 5, south exit, direction of travel east at the south edge of City Lot Number 5. 165-64, Schedule 20, time limiting parking, Cuga Street, north side, 2 hours, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. from point 34 feet 3 inches west of South 1st Street, east for 132 feet. Cuga Street north, 2 hours, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. from a point 145 feet 6 inches west of the southeast corner of Goldberg's building, east for 110 feet. Cayuga Street South, 8:30 to 5:30, from a point 27 feet west of South 2nd Street, west for 88 feet. South 1st Street East, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., from a point 22 feet north of Cayuga Street, north for 44 feet. South 1st Street West, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., from a point 13 feet 9 inches north of Cayuga Street, north for 44 feet. South 1st Street West, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., from a point 27 feet north of Canal Street, north for 121 feet 6 inches. South 1st Street West, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., from a point 20 feet north of the exit driveway of City Parking Lot number 6, across from Fulton Savings Bank, north for 84 feet. South 1st Street East, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., from a point of 27 feet north of Canal Street, north for 132 feet. South 1st Street East, 8:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m., from a point 28 feet south of Canal Street, south for 110 feet. City Parking Lot number 5. Let's look at it.
That passed me, I looked at it before. Number 5. I don't know.
It's behind Woolworths?
Yeah.
No, it's next to the Lock Restaurant.
Next to the Lock Restaurant?
Yeah.
The south exit, next to the Lack Restaurant.
Okay, that's just one spot,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
City Parking Lot number 5, 10-minute all, on the south side of south exit next to the Lack Restaurant. Section 165-58, Schedule 14, parking prohibited at all times. Name of street, Cayuga Street North, from a point 145 feet 6 inches west of the southeast corner of the Goldberg's building, from building west for 50 feet 8 inches. Cayuga Street South, a point 30 feet east of South 1st Street, west for 202 feet. South 1st Street East, from point 66 feet north of Cayuga Street, north to Oneida Street. South 1st Street West, from a point 57 feet 9 inches north of Cayuga Street, north to Oneida Street.
Good job, Joe. Good job. Excellent.
Reread that, please.
What was the first one again?
I need a beer.
What was that first one? No, never mind. I'm just kidding.
Of course, all of these changes are required before we can open the streets downtown and enforce the stop signs and the parking regulations down there. Do I hear a motion?
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Resolved that the permit fee for an extension on the Habitat for Humanity house located at 565 West 1st Street is hereby waived.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Is this your ready?
Resolved that the city clerk is hereby authorized and directed to advertise for a public hearing to be held on December 15th at 7 p.m. relative to a proposed local law to amend Section A 181-2 regarding building permit fees.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Next item.
Resolved that pursuant to Article 11.1 of the CSEA Servant Unit Contract entitled Educational Incentives, Cyril Blake of the Fulton Chamberlain's Office is hereby authorized to attend Cayuga Community College for the Principles of Accounting 2 course.
This is a contractual situation that just needs to go through for council approval.
I'll move it.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Resolved that Chapter 165 of the Vehicle and Traffic Ordinance, City of Fulton, New York, be amended to read as follows. 165-61, Schedule 17, parking prohibited certain hours, delete, name of street, Hart Street South, all except Sundays from West 3rd to West 4th Street.
I'll move it.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Is there anyone in the audience that has any business to be brought before the council? Do any members of the council have any items to bring before the council?
Yeah, Your Honor, one thing I can't remember if we did last time when I see we're advertising for the public hearing, it come back to me. Did we advertise for a public hearing to increase the snow removal and the maintenance downtown?
Special assessment.
For the special assessment? I can't remember.
No, we didn't, and that was supposed to be on here.
Well, what we should do is we'll advertise it for the same night the other public hearing.
Yes.
I think that would, we got to do it because we...
Yes.
What is this?
Did we advertise for a public hearing for modification of the fee schedule for the
Special assessment
special
district.
assessment
For the Canal
district
View
downtown?
Or whatever they call it.
Still getting a pretty good bargain.
And how are you doing with,
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for reminding me of that.
what about the other district on Broadway?
Wait a minute. That,
Even with a change.
On West Broadway?
wasn't that already,
Did they?
I thought we already had done that,
15th?
that's on for the 15th.
Is that... I couldn't remember.
Yeah, it is. It's on for the
Put
15th.
that on last meeting for the...
Yeah, it was.
We might have.
I
Yeah,
thought it'd come up, but...
Yes, it is.
If we didn't, we can redo it after.
Yeah. Yeah, I can run downstairs, but I'm almost positive it's on for the 15th. Yeah.
Okay.
I remember reading.
Anything else?
Memo.
If hearing none, I need a motion to go to executive session.
I'll move it.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried.
I think he motioned to come back, he seconded. Make a motion to come back.
Yeah, I did now.
Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second. All in favor? Aye. Motion passed. Meeting adjourned.